And welcome back. This is Kotel. Excuse me there. For another War Rights event. It is Saturday, the 11th of November, Armistice Day. We had a nice little ceremony honoring all the veterans and all those who have passed. Respect for veterans and Armistice Day, depending on your country. For this map, though, for the actual fight, it is a UEC map for Roulette Lane off of the Antina map pack. You have a 294 server pop, so basically full. We have 144 right now on the CSA who is attacking versus 150 on the Union team. Let's take a look at this CSA attacking force. They have nobody for Arty, but they do have infantry. Let's see who they have. They have CQB, 20th Georgia,
No, we're not gonna have the flag.
8th Georgia, 3rd Alabama, AGL, excuse me there, 8th Florida, 18th North Carolina, and LFL joined by, nope, just LFL. All right, they're the officers putting up their attack plan, but let us see who we have the Union, starting off with Arty. We have on the guns for Arty, Corporal Leo from the 51st SB. Then on the infantry side, we have the 88th New York, the 4th New Jersey, the 6th New York Cav,
somewhere in the line there.
83rd PVI joined by Togray and his Shenandoah. We have SB 51st New York, 52nd New York, 2 USC, and the German Corps combined, so both 20th and 22nd. They'll be fighting today together. They had a bit of a grudge match yesterday, so it's good to see the Germans have made peace, and the German Corps is now fighting together. We are live at 40, and we will see how each team decides they want to approach this. And here we go. It's the officers now have come up with their plan for defense on the Union. Same with the CSA. We'll see how they want to set up. The Union wants to set up their defense and how the Union wants to attack. Pretty light on Arty for Union, only one cannon, so looks like the Union is going to rely on guns for the majority of this fight. And CSA is moving out. From what I can tell, it looks like they're sending all of their troops. Nope. So they got the majority of their troops going to the CSA left. And looks like a small element going either center or to their right. We'll see which way they go. Union is spreading out on their defense line. Let's see how they set up. On the left side here, we got 88th under Southern. In the center here, we got 4th New Jersey. And 6th New York under Sergeant Dar. Looks like who's commanding? Pixel's commanding 4th New Jersey. Then we got 83rd under Lieutenant Tank here in the center, as kind of a reserve. We got GC under Colonel Weber moving up the hill. And then as a screen element here, we got Lieutenant Sluggy with the 2 USC Cav. Further up the hill, we got Captain Frank at the 52nd. And then we got Cap Multi leading the 51st. But we got an initial engagement already happening. A little probe action here by the CSA. Might be trying to draw off some of the Union attention from that main effort here. It is LFL on their side here. Angling with the 88th here, trying to draw some fire. They are joined, though. There's a second element streaming into the center, and it is Williamson. Meanwhile, the main CSA force here is gathering on this left side. We'll see where they choose to punch. Either they choose to hit that top hill or hit the center. Williamson is going in. Let's follow him. Right now, he's drawing all of that Union fire. Although right now the CSA really isn't making another move, so I think they are... See, LFL staying a little bit further back. There's also another element out here. The AGL is skirmishing on the far flank here, and they are in fact moving up a bit. They might be able to get some good shots on 88th here and perhaps open up this center line to get up this hill on this angle. And here comes the attack into the center here. CQB leading the way, running into Dar. Here comes Doug. He's joined. Here comes Canada. And there we go. They are punching through. 88th is 88th. 83rd PVI is next up. Can they hold it? So far, 4th New Jersey is pulling off. 83rd is getting treated hard. I don't think they have quite enough to knock them off the top of the hill. Got the rest of the Union on top of the hill. They're going to need some help if they're going to dislodge him. And here comes Weber with the help. But they took a little bit too long there, I think. It might have allowed the CSA to get their reloads. Although there was an attack up here as well that they had to deal with, so, you know. SB has moved out to this side here.
Yeah, we're taking a lot of this.
And the GC will get treated pretty heavy, but here comes 4th New Jersey. He's going to try to finish him. Union's going in a little bit piecemeal. I hate to say it. And it's giving the CSA an opportunity to kind of hold on. You got SB at the top. Now they start moving, but it's, you know, a little bit too late. Everybody goes at once. It's a little bit easier, but I can see here Tank trying to hold it. Now here comes SB into the flank. Let's see if they can knock him out. He's facing Hogg from 8th Florida. And that's... SB's trying to finish him. But Oswald from 18th North Carolina is not giving up. But now we got a flank attack here by Souther. First unit in the fight is back in the fight, and he's going to finish the job. With that, the Union has resecured the field. Do have a flank, well, not a flank attack, but I like AGL has set up here as an ambush for these troops coming down the lane here as a delay. They're not going to be able to stop them for long, but they might be able to peel off one of these units if they do it well. All right, the Union has ignored them. I think that's the right call because they do not have a lot of fire here. LFL has still got some troops there, and the CSA has gotten reinforcements. Here comes Doug and as well as Williamson. And they're going to be facing 83rd here, trying to knock them off the wall, prevent them from recapping. You got 2 USC providing overwatch on top of the hill, getting some good shots in. 50 seconds coming in to help as well. Union has retaken it. And here comes additional reinforcements. It is Dar. He's going to come in against Doug, and that will be it. And try to get the flags out, but they will not succeed. The Union has held it. Heavy fighting in the initial. They did get the Union down pretty far on tickets. They are just about engaged. They have a slight ticket advantage. Here's Canada. Sorry, grab a drink real quick. Let's see. Here comes Canada. He's moving out. He knows he's out in the open. So an initial attack by the CSA. It did succeed in holding the ground, but it did succeed in wearing down Union tickets and now has gotten a slight advantage. Can Canada get his guys out, though, before the Union pops them? Here's another element Here's Knight. He's also crossing this field here. He's going to turn around and try to get a shot off. And he will get a volley off. And that will hurt Weber. And he's going to have to pull his men back. A nice volley there by Mr. Knight. Got 4th New Jersey, who's trying to tangle with LFL, but they are vastly outnumbered right now. And in fact, LFL is maneuvering on him. And 4th New Jersey is going to have to pull back. Now LFL actually is in a decent position here to intercept these reinforcements from the Union main coming down this road. So good move there. Who's command of LFL at the moment? I'm not sure. It's Famas or who it is. Right now I don't see an officer in. Meanwhile, CSA is repopulating, getting ready for their next push. But here we go. LFL is going to try to intercept here. Southern. His boys. Southern hits pretty hard. And they will succeed in knocking off LFL without too much difficulty. Where is the next attack going to come into? Now the Union's got an opportunity to reset its line and get some breathing space in. But we do have another attack on this right side here by the CSA. Who is it? It is Williamson. Keep an eye on that far left side, see if I see him move. But so Williamson is going to post up here. Meantime, we got another attack down the middle by 8th and 20th Georges. They're going to run into this 6th New York line here, joined by 52nd Captain Frank. Try to take this corner. Let's see if they can do it. You've got Overwatch by 2 units up top. You got SB and you got 2 USC up top shooting down on you as well. So that's making it a little bit more difficult if you get caught up here. But Knight's going to try to punch through. So they are holding the ground. Looks like I missed the attack. Williamson attempted to hit this right side here, but GC managed to hold him up. And now, this is a good maneuver here. 4th New Jersey, Pixel has now positioned his guys up here on this side, so now he can shoot down onto the CSA. He's just got to watch his left flank, make sure he doesn't get caught. But otherwise, he can really upset this little gathering point that LFL's been using, so good positioning there. But as I looked away, the CSA has managed to take the corner. What happened here? They've got reinforcements, CQBs down here, and they're pinging 2 USC, forcing them back. We got Venom and his guys up top. Is it Venom? Make sure it is. No, it is Ulti. I'm sorry, Ulti and his guys back up top here. They got a beefy unit. Put down some volleys, but now they can get behind this stone wall and use it for some coverage. They don't have to win the fights as long as they keep it even. They're winning. But now we got GC has turned the corner here, is trying to knock out the flank for the CSA. If they're not careful, they might get hit in the flank themselves. Union has pulled back. 4th New Jersey did pull back, which I think was a smart move. Here comes 83rd, coming back down the lane here to help out GC. Might be that the Union is looking to let the CSA caps and get some tickets back. What's going on though? CSA is able to get some reinforcements in as well, and they are also maneuvering on the stone wall. So yep, okay, now 88th has popped out to this backside, and they are going to try to intercept Williamson as he comes down. Ulti trying to move up a little bit to get better shots and push them off. I guess the plan is not to let them cap. Here comes Pixel, has redeployed over here to help retake the point. I think Artie would have a field day with this shot here. What is Artie engaging with? There we go, I might have missed the shot. This is a very vulnerable spot for enemy Artie to hit you, so. Alright, looks like we got a little attack here. 52nd. It's getting ambushed by Williamson. They got him. Nice attack there by Williamson. So now we can look at the tickets. You start seeing that advantage getting more and more for the CSA. Union's holding the position, but they are losing a lot doing so. And they are not really inflicting enough casualties on the CSA at this point to keep it enough of an even fight. Let's see, is this another attack by the CSA? Yep. So 8th Florida created an opening, and now they are attacking up top. Although here comes Tank. He has seen the issue, and he is trying to fix it. See if the 83rd can hold. 4th New Jersey is there with him. Now here comes 20th. Canada's aiding his buddies. Is there any other help coming? There's nothing else really close that I can see. See if 83rd can hold on, and 4th New Jersey can hold on long enough for the reinforcements to come up. CSA is flooding more troops up here. Yep, here comes Knight. Union's got to react. And they did. Here's 2 USC coming in to help. Although at this point, 83rd and 4th have been wiped, so they got to try to delay it. And here we got another attack going on. It is GC. They're going to try to wipe out 18th North Carolina out here and perhaps roll up the hill. They have succeeded in wiping out 18th North Carolina, but 2 USC has fallen. Top of the hill is now in danger. Artie is getting overrun. 2 USC did what they could. But now the CSA has the key piece of terrain, which is up here on top of this hill. They do have more reinforcements. Here comes Ulti. He is now on this point to cut off the retreat. And here comes Frank. He's going to join Tank. We got Tank and Frank. We got Frank the Tank going on here. Let's see what they can do. Can they stop this bleeding with the CSA? Don't forget, we also got a fight going on over here as well. This is actually a good job here, I'd say, by this element here, which is 88th New York, which is joined by a couple 2-Corps guys, trying to prevent these CSA units, LFL, as well as Williamson, from flooding into that center as well. So good job by those guys. All right, now we got, as Frank the Tank has stabilized the situation, Ulti is going to come up and order a charge to knock them out. He's going to, wise decision, he's going to come over this side of the fence to try to cut off the CSA from their retreat. So a good move by Ulti here. Cannon's going to try to hold. I'm sorry, Jumbo. It's Jumbo, not Cannon. Well, here comes 20th. He's going to try to help. And Hogg is reforming his men while that's going on. The fight is not over. And they have managed to hold off that charge by the SB. Well done by the CSA. That charge did give the 83rd and 4th New Jersey time to, and 52nd time to reestablish their defense as best they can. But they still got to push the CSA off of that position. If they do not do that, they are still in danger. They do have another opportunity here. Colonel Weber is on this side. Now he's going to have to make a choice here. He's going to have to either go on top of this hill or fall back. Otherwise, he's going to get caught in a sandwich here. And he has chosen to go up the hill. I think that's the right decision. Let's see how Weber's attack goes.
I don't know if you heard me or not, but...
As you can see, though, ticket loss. The Union is now on taking losses at 24 minutes.
Yeah, that's enemy to your left. Careful, boy. Yeah.
Running. Okay, so he's going to run. That's going to expose his backs to the enemy fire here. He might not have known the CSA was there, but they're going to make him pay for that error. And they're going to kick a couple men out while they're doing it. Still stable on this left flank here by those Union units that have been able to hold off the LFL, Williamson, AGL conglomerate that's over here. That top of the hill, I think, is the decisive point. Unless the Union can solve that problem, they will just continue to bleed tickets at too fast a rate. So, good job holding this, but they need to get some more men up here, I believe, and that is exactly what they're doing. Ulti is bringing his men back up here on this side. See if that's enough. The situation is pretty much stable. Trying to use the cannons as much coverage as they can. CSA in a good position. Yeah, you got Williamson has actually redeployed over here to this side. Now I think the key is, can the Union concentrate its fire to knock out some units and then force the issue before they can redeploy. You can see the CSA is starting to creep up here in the center as well. Now we do have one attack here by Ulti. He's going to try to push down the fence and kick back the CSA from this position here. See, we got Knights trying to hold him off. See if he can manage it. 83rd Tank has brought up his men to join him. That's good. You want to help out your buddies, and as you can see, Hog has done the same. Do not let your buddies just sit there dangling in the dirt. Pick up your battle buddy. Tie him to your shirt. See, Pixel knows he's coming in. 4th New Jersey trying to intercept the CSA a bit on the hill, but it just won't be enough. And with that, the CSA has been able to win that fight and has just made the ticket advantage continue to go in their favor. The Union has positioned another element a little bit more forward here, overlooking the point. It is 88th New York. It's kind of overwatching the point. It's not a bad idea just to make sure they can't easily cap. Although they are vulnerable, you got two elements out here. You got AGL, and you got LFL here that can sweep up behind you. So that's a potentially dangerous position. Some more Union moving up here. And you got Dar as well, kind of guarding this far side in the back. But it's almost a full morale state behind the CSA right now. So a good pace, good tempo being maintained by the CSA. I would say it is theirs to lose at the moment. You can see Union's almost already at breaking at 20 minutes, and the CSA is well positioned to cap. So as you can see right now, the CSA controls this side of the hill and has troops, although they've had to pull them back a little bit here. CQB did take some hits, but still in a decent position, especially the 20th Georgia here in a jumbo. And then you still have a distracting element here, LFL and AGL. What's useful about this is they can intercept any troops going in from Maine that might be trying to stop a cap. So the Union's going to have to figure it out. They got a couple units down here to try to hold the situation, and then also troops on the hill. But they're going to have to figure out an angle to go at.
Let Captain hopefully get some tickets back. Getting pretty deep in there right now, so.
And we have to disengage now if we
Some extra units are ready to cap. Yeah, we might need to take a go. As we go breaking, just go really fast.
Alright, so it looks like the Union's going to pull back a little bit, try to save their tickets. If the CSA is not careful, and okay, we do have an attack here by the Union here. SB's going to try to knock out AGL and LFL. But I'm sorry to say this, the Union's doing these unsupported attacks are really hurting them. They have allies. If you don't go in at the same time, even if you win the fight, you lose so many men with it. It's really not worth it. I'm sorry, guys. That is hurting you guys at the moment, at least in certain instances. You want to do concentrated attacks. I mean, sometimes you want to have a cover unit, but you look at the ticket bleed. It's a full morale state, and the unit's got 12 more men than the CSA right now, so it's not on that. 12 men's practically an entire unit. So, I'm sorry, guys. That's just my observations. You know, I could be wrong on it. All right, so like for example, here we got 52nd moving up, trying to get a good angle, and they're going to try to get some shots off of the CSA out here. There's a lot of CSA sitting right there. They are just a hair away from breaking.
Yep.
And the CSA is coming up here. I think that was a bait. Because now you got the Union committed up here in a melee. That is going to hit breaking. And then here is 20th Georgia waiting. Waiting. There it is. And here's CQB waiting. Now they're going to flood the point and try to cap it before the Union can react. Those guys are already in a fight. So it's going to be up to these reserve units, and they are doing the right thing. They are flooding the points. But they got to flood it. They can't just sit there. They got to flood it. So we'll see if they can manage it. Even that's not a great situation, because now the CSA can do with this. They can sit back and shoot them. Six New York going in. Rest of the units, ult these guys, Pixels guys, they're doing a good job of knocking out these CSA units in detail. Good job. Alright, looks like Gar Southern was looking for a flank, but he missed the party. They don't need him. And this fight up here has been a loss, but the Union did a good enough job of pulling back and making sure that the CSA doesn't have the hill. So now I guess the question is, does the Union try to? Might have slight superiority here. They definitely have an angle. Do they attack up this hill and try to wipe out the CSA and reset the field, or do they just try to defend what they got? As you can see, the CSA does have some good hit by Artie, knocking out AGL. Still got LFL out here. I was going to say AGL and LFL, but that already took care of them. And that will do it for that. Okay, we do have an attack by CSA, but again, unsupported. If it's an unsupported attack, it has trouble penetrating through. So now there's a real opportunity for the Union to push the CSA back and get some time. Get reset into a good defensive position. And the CSA realizes it. So Oswald and Hogg and Williamson are pulling their guys back. This is a good decision in my view. Trying to preserve their combat power. They know the Union can hit them pretty hard if they're not careful. And so they want to try to pull back and preserve their combat power and then mass for another assault. The Union has to hold points. They have to. Now the Union's going to have to figure out how they want to set up their defense. They can't let the CSA get points, so now they have moved up in a much more aggressive position here. 14 minutes left in the match. If they can hit the CSA units as they're coming up and kind of break up their attacks, they might have a good opportunity here. And I think they have a decent setup for it. You can see they kind of created this box here. It's almost a Z shape as a defensive position here. The main thing, though, is if they see somebody in trouble, they're going to have to react to it. And right now, I don't think anybody's really tying down LFL. These guys might become a major problem in this defense. So you have fourth over here shooting over here, but nothing is preventing these guys from sneaking up behind them. So we'll have to see how that plays out. I think that's a good position there by the LFL. I like how 88th has pushed up here, trying to get a better position. Put some fire down into the CSA as they're approaching, as they're popping out. Just delay them as much as you can. Do have some more units flooding in here.
Oh, yes.
So you got GC guarding the top of the hill here. Trying to play for some time. Trying to get the tickets a little bit more even.
Okay.
Alright, looks like they are massing up. Alright, here's what I was worried about. Here comes AGL, but alright, good job by Captain Frank here. He has seen the hole, and he is moving to plug it. So he positioned his guys up here to delay AGL and make sure that back flank is secured. So good job here by 52nd, seeing the problem. Covering the one exposed flank in the Union line. But here comes the charge. See how they do. 88's the first obstacle. And they run through 88th. 6 New York is next. Ulti has moved up to support. Key is the Union's going to have to react to this. And they are. Here comes Weber. He is moving down. 83rd is at the top of the hill. 2 USC is starting to move down as well. And 83rd, Tank's moving his guys down as well. And here we go. A good move by Pixel. Is going to come up behind the CSA line here. And shoot them from behind. Great move by 4th New Jersey here. I don't know if it'll be enough, though. Union's got to go in. You got to all go in. 83rd's got to go in. 2 USC's got to go in. You got some guys retreating, though. On the flag bearers, but the rest of these guys... 2 USC's falling back. I'm not quite sure why. To the cannons, you're on breaking, brother. Okay. Interesting. All right, so here you got Frank here is now charging in, trying to hold the point. All right, you got a couple of units just hanging out. Here comes GC. They're attacking. But I think the CSA's got it here. You got to force them off. There's not enough people there. Yep. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like the Union performance on that one. I thought they had some very nice defense positions. I especially like that Z formation they did at the end there. I thought that was an extremely ineffective defensive formation. They did some good holds as well. Good Artie shots on a couple times. They didn't have a lot on Artie. Don't leave your battle, buddy. A couple times I saw them did a real good job. You see you guys needing help, you go in. You just sit back and wait. It doesn't end well. Even if they win the fights, it's usually at too high of a cost. So good job though by the CSA punching through, being patient, spreading the field. Good first match. We'll see how Conquest goes. Final casualties. We got 949 for the CSA, 936 for the Union. Yeah, I mean, with that said, it's not always easy to tell. You know, trying to look at the battlefield, see what's going on, cover your sector. Do I abandon the sector? Do I open a hole? So, you know, I shouldn't be too hard on the Union. But anyway, let's see how they do in the next map. I'll see you all for that one.